Welcome in. Hey, how are y'all? Peace and love. I'm glad to bring Facebook in here just because. How was y'all day? Peace Facebook, peace YouTube, peace Instagram, baby boo. And all of our lovelies who are catching the replay. Welcome in, y'all. Ashe, hey, Merry Friday. We gotta go ahead and get started. We gotta go ahead and get started. We run a divine. And Brother Logas is joining us tonight, so we don't have time. Okay. Welcome in, baby boo, to the Crystaline Mars Tribe, the Crystaline Mars crew. I am Mrs. Duüblé Jones. I am the lady with the stones that come here and to leave us alone, and I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in every way that I can. Shout outs to the real ones who have been booking, taking advantage of the 15% off service sale of the week. 15% off your past life regression session. Run through the website now, CrystalineMars.com. Click on spiritual services, Brother Logas and Duüblé. Scroll down and book your service now. And while you're there, go ahead and shop, browse through our site. Grab what you need, your spiritual tools, gems, jewels, services, and don't forget you'll get free shipping for all U.S. orders over $75. Thank you all for showing up in every way that you choose to do so. Thank you for your bookings. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your love offerings. Thank you for your orders. Thank you for just being you and showing up and sharing this space right here, right now with me. We invite y'all here every night that we grow live. And it's time to go ahead and transition over to the next segment, which is the message of the day. And the message of the day is, it is time to restore order, balance, and harmony in your life. Peace, baby boos. Okay, as the moon is peaking in this zodiac sign Libra, that's coming more to the forefront for us. Where are you imbalanced? What's imbalanced in your life? What needs order? What needs to be restored to bring harmony and balance into your life? What is depleting you? What needs to be charged? What needs to be released? Reflect on what spirit is showing you, what your higher self is showing you in this present moment, and let's actively do the work so this can be dealt with for once and for all. All right, we're on episode 403 that adds up to 7, completion energy. So there's definitely this message around closing it up, but it's this thing of comfort. You may have built relationships with certain people, places, things, and it's not about you need to let all things go, but there may be some full circle that you need to allow yourself to have and evolve that, evolve those relationships or those perspectives in a way that it invites more wellness and wholeness into your life, right? How are you overextending yourself? How are you over pushing yourself? What is your body telling you that it needs right now? We know what your ego wants. We know what brings you comfortable. I got you, Savannah. We know what brings you comfort and all of these things, but your body, my body's calling for you. Your body may be calling. And actually, that's another thing too, for us to really reflect and delve a little deeper, right? Because your body may just be craving stuff. You may have itches for things that actually are the very thing that creates imbalances, right? Say you just broke up with a partner, or you just moved out of state or whatever, and now you're itching for comfort, you're itching for relations, you're itching for love in whatever way, shape, or form, and you're getting very uncomfortable to the point where you may be reconsidering, or you are spinning the block. How is this block that you're spinning got you going in a doozy, fucking confusey? And with this Libra full moon, there may be some brain fog, right? There could be some scattered brain type energy that's here for us. But again, with the full moon being in its fullness, this also invites us the ability to just see things for what they are. Okay, so the illusions and all of those things is really not a thing. There may be confusions, but when it comes to illusions at this time, this is the mask off energy when it comes to within and without. Okay, we got God's got a blessing with your name on it playing in the background, and y'all know we're already being called to clear out that of which no longer serves, clear out that of which is weighing us the fuck down, so we can align with what we are calling in fully. You may have a little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there, but bitch, you can have a sprinkle every fucking where. But there can be this energy that is filling up that corner, filling up that spot, that is literally blocking you. A lot of you may feel called to cleanse, to purge, to throw some clothes out, to clear some things up. You may have lost some things, and so now it's forcing you to go in that closet. Now you got to pull some stuff out to look for what you need, right? What do you need right now? Let's look for what we need and look for ways and be open to the new ways and how we can feed our mind, feed our body, feed our spirit. Okay? So the message of the day again is it is time to restore balance, harmony, and order. Okay? If your mind is not in order, everything else is not in order. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Okay, so let's strive more towards that consistency and do what needs to be done, okay, in this moment, in this season, because it's all happening for a reason. Ashe? With your name on it, with your name on it, with your name on it, with your name on it. All right, y'all, so we're going to now go ahead. Welcome into all of you who are joining. We got Guave, that's Powerful Love. Peace, Mystique, baby boo. Hey, how are you? Boo. If y'all do want a live reading, I'll send y'all love offerings in. Okay, I will conduct those first come, first serve. I do have Savannah and Q, so let's go ahead and see what it do. God's got a blessing. So, not it already being on the screen waiting for me at the door. All right, y'all. So I'm going to be covering the daily energy for April 12th. All right, tomorrow on the 12th, the full moon does peak in the zodiac sign Libra around 5:22 p.m. Eastern time, 8:22 p.m. Central time. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of heightened energy that comes in throughout the day closer to that time, and then it's going to wane on down. Okay, I did post a YouTube video expounding on the Libra full moon, so if you'd like more information, head over there and get what you need. Okay, but teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. I channeled that for this energy tomorrow. Tomorrow is a 7-day actually. Speaking of, right, and we have 7 people over here. We have 9 people over here, right? Endings. Episode 403, 7 endings, right? And so there is definitely something that has come to its peak. Something that has come to its peak, and it's hindering you spiritually. It has everything to do with your spiritual development right here. Whatever these things are, it's like it's keeping you on this timeline at this frequency. Okay? So, teamwork make the dream work. You know, how can you work with the energy around you or delegate the energy around you or ask for help from the energy around you, the energy within you, your higher self, your ancestors, you know, God, whoever it is, Buddha, whoever it is that you resonate with, whoever it is that you connect with. And honestly, I was thinking of this earlier because some of us, you know, we got to dig a little deeper and we have to approach things differently when it comes to releasing. Okay, it's not just about taking a spiritual bath and now you release. It's not about you just writing a journal prompt and you know, really dumping your thoughts and dumping your emotions and now you're released. Okay, it's not just about burning a candle and doing a cut and clear and now you're released. We need to go into the spiritual realm. I literally thought about this, and now thinking about all this 7 energy that's here with the 9. Now we got the 9 over here. We got the 8 over here. You know, that's calling for us to go into the spiritual realm and actively do the work there. Okay, so what that looks like, you can get very creative with it, but just to give you an idea, you can visualize. I think y'all gotta head over to the website. I mean, not to the website. Y'all head over to the website if y'all do want a guided meditation, but y'all gotta head to the YouTube video because I'm getting deeper into my bag, and I already talked about this stuff on the freaking YouTube video, the full moon in Libra. So if you want to know, go find out over there. But this is the day that you definitely want to do some cut and clears and call forth your team to assist you. The full moon peaks at PM 5:55. I meant 5, not 5:55, bitch. 5:22 and 8:22 PM. Okay. So this will also be a great day to share some wisdom that can change someone's life or the trajectory of their life. Okay. So some of y'all may literally be in your bag, just sharing wisdom, just sharing your light, just sharing your essence. And it may not even be through your wisdom. It could be just through somebody has like a very graceful, I heard eloquent energy to themselves. So some of you may also be in the healing works tomorrow. intentionally or non-intentionally. So be open to how, be open to showing up in the way that you're needed for your community. Okay, speaking of community, this is a 12th, which adds up to 3, right? That has to do with groups. When it comes to Libra energy, Libra is for the community, essentially. Like, normally Libras are in education, in the law field, some way, shape, or form, or doing something for the greatest and highest good. And even with this 7 energy that I keep channeling, that is humanitarian energy. So it's like I said, whatever these blockages are, we're being called to really delve a little deeper and go into the spirit, break those contracts spiritually, and we have to actively do the work so we can show up for not just ourselves, but everyone around us. Okay, I don't know if you realize how crucial it is for you to show up. Okay, I don't know if you're fully aware of how impactful you are. All right, you may just be like, oh, it's okay, don't nobody know, you know, I'm low key, I'm in the cut rolling doobies up. It's like, yeah, but we need you, okay, and we fill the gap. So I need you to fill the gap, okay? So, yep, I channeled also use your meditation as well as spiritual tools to activate your God body and access higher levels of consciousness to bring in that clarity. On this day as well, be aware of the spiritual ego. So like I said, you know, you may have this very graceful, you may actually have like this God body type energy where you're like really radiating your God self. You may be sharing wisdom and things like that, but be aware of the ego, right? Because of the Libra energy, it's like, okay, don't overdo it. Don't impose your beliefs. Don't try to boss anybody around. Force what you know, what you think onto somebody else. If they ask, if the opportunity presents itself, just place it there. You know, you can lead them to the milk or the water, whatever, but don't damn force their neck down there trying to get them to drink it. You know what I mean? Like, just be graceful with your delivery. Have a little like detachment when it comes to your delivery and allow for it to be received as it may. And that may not even be, when I say delivery, it does not even have to be only verbal. It's about you know, you just show up. You don't have to force yourself onto nobody. Don't try to fit in, squeeze in. Just show up and allow yourself to be received however you may. Allow yourself to be perceived however you may as well, but just be intentional on how you're showing up, okay? What else we have? Yeah, and I channel, so with that spiritual ego, see the oneness, but also see the separation, okay? See the oneness and see the separation in all things, in the people in you, you know, because you may be like, I'm talking, it's a reflection of me, it's a reflection of me, I see me and you, whatever. But then it's also like, okay, but let's see the separation too, like, you are you, they are them, you know, respect, honor the boundaries, you know the boundaries, like the message of the day from yesterday. So that concludes the daily energy. The colors for the day are yellow and shades of blue. So y'all go ahead and drop your yellow and shades of blue hearts down below in the comments. The crystals for the day are blue lace agate, Herkimer diamond, selenite, and opalite. And if any of you would like to book any rituals, I would definitely recommend booking the crown chakra clearing. Okay, the crown chakra clearing. So that concludes the daily energy. Let's go ahead and get into tarot tea time, you and me time. Peace, Handara. Welcome into all of y'all. Who we got up here on YouTube? Peace, Miss Sheba, Billy. Welcome in. Taz for that ass. Let's see what we got. Hold on, let me take a sip real quick. Come on, we got green light playing in the background. So this is your time to go, like I said. Hold on. And also when it comes to heart matters, right? The green light, the green heart. Heart chakra, Libra energy. Ma'at. So let's come back to the heart. All right, so let's see. Oh man, we got OG. You know, I get a little scared. We have divine union here, so some of y'all can also okay. We have divine union and we have ovulation. Divine union and we have ovulation. So somebody might be actually manifesting some love into their life. Okay, somebody planted a seed that is now sprouting. Okay, let's see. You can let your hair hang down, but only if it seems like, oh. We have they will witness you win. They will witness you win. So before I went live, I had this download around, what was the download? It was around people or some person having a hard time. It's like their ego is in a way, but they're having a very difficult time when it comes to accepting what you are reflecting. Some people are having a hard time with accepting that of which you are reflecting, because if they accept what you reflect, that forces them to reflect and accept where they are, and somebody or they are not ready for that. They are not ready for that. And that may be the main reason why they are rejecting you, while they are projecting these, insecurities, or you doing the most or whatever onto you, because they are not ready to see themselves. And some of y'all are showing them that they still are immature, that they are unhealed, they're broken, they are, stagnant, whatever it is, they are sick, unhealthy, whatever. And so I want you to keep that in mind. This is kind of like a spinoff from last night's energy that I was checking in to. And it was interesting because I had a dream last night where there was a soul that I literally have that same energy with, or this situation applies to me with somebody in my life. Or I guess they're not in my life right now. They are in spirit, I guess, but not in the physical realm. And I have done the work, right? I have healed. I have forgiven them. I have accepted my part that I played. I've accepted the part that they played. I've released the blame, the blame, the guilt, and the shame. Okay, and I was ready to move forward. But I had to accept the fact that, hey, they were not. They were not. They made it very, very clear, like, I'm not there. I'm good on you. And I was like, okay, peace and love. It is what it is. I'm here with an open heart whenever you are ready. And I pray your healing, right? And so in the dream realm last night, I actually had a one-on-one with them. And I said the same thing that I said in the live on last night's show, where I was like, I've done the work. Like, I'm ready to move forward. I've healed. I've forgiven you. It's been years. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to move forward. And they were just like, well, I'm not, with their arms crossed. And there was like a mediator there, another family member that they actually talked to, right? And that's why I channeled that energy as well. It's kind of connected. I don't know if this is somebody's story, but last night I picked up on somebody. I was like, don't be mad if there is like a middleman where you may not be in contact with somebody, or there may be some quote unquote beef, but then you have a mutual friend or mutual family member, and you're like, you want them to pick a side, or you want them to only be for you, or they want them to only be for them. And it was this message around, that's y'all karmic stuff. You know what I mean? That's your karmic stuff. Don't try to force your karma and force somebody to pick a side because of what y'all have going on. You know what I mean? Because there is your truth, their truth, and the truth, right? What it actually is, right? The higher purpose of it all, which is, maybe it was karmic cycle, maybe some karmic energy. I don't know, it's going to vary. But there was a mediator there, and the mediator was pretty much like doing the work on my behalf, kind of thing. Like, what I couldn't say or do to reach that being, the mediator was doing. Okay. And so I'm not saying that's the case for everybody. You may have some, like some two-faced type energy where they like the drama and they're like feeding into it. But there are some circumstances, some situations where, spirit or your ancestors, your gods or their gods could be working through somebody else to get the work done. But maybe you always had a perspective or a belief like, oh, I got to do it. I got to show up. I got to heal this. I got to heal that. Right. And so in the dream, I was like, okay, like, I accept that you're not there. And I was like, but not to bombard you, but I'm ready when you are, da, 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 da. And I just like started talking a little bit, but they were still a little closed off. And so that was the end of the dream. So there could be some kind of release, some kind of closure that you have to give yourself in regards to just accepting the truth of maybe the relationship, you know what I mean? Or the lack thereof. Okay, I don't know who needed to hear that, but I definitely felt called to share that. So back to the cards. So with this, they will witness you win. Like I said, you're being called up. You're being called up. And it's important that you, that's why it's important that you restore this balance, harmony, and order into your life, because you're being called to lead by example. You're not being put in a spotlight just for you to shine, for you to boast, for you to have bragging rights, just for you to be rich, or for you to like just, be biggity, or all of these whatever labels you want to put on it. But it's like, no, like your higher self is calling you up so you can make a difference. So you can make a difference in your neighborhood, so you can make a difference at your job, so you can make a difference in your bloodline, so you can make a difference in the world, like for a positive difference, because there's so many changes happening. There's so many things going on right now. There's only one you. There's only one you. And so it's important that we not get lost and distracted in what we want to do. But remember, like, I came here, I have an assignment. What is your assignment? What is your assignment? Today, I channeled the daily energy. I said angel in disguise. Remember, I channeled that 666 energy because we have a lot of sixes numerologically present today. Friday is 6. The daily energy adds up to 15 is 6. The moon represents 6 in numerology. So we have that 666 energy. And I was saying how 666 has a negative connotation to it. But there are some energies that are within, some energies that are without, some circumstances, some experiences that you are growing through that are actually an angel in disguise energy. It may look like it's happening to you, but it's really happening for you. It may look like it was the worst thing that happened to you, but it was the best thing that happened for you. And a lot of y'all are just being called to shift your perspective, and not necessarily, you may need to tip over to the other side to kind of see something outside of what you've seen, or consider the other perspective, and then your perspective, your experience is valid as well. And then come to the middle and say, okay, now what meaning, what purpose can I give this that actually helps me and it helps them? You know what I mean? And now we have Angel in Disguise playing in the background right now by Brandy. That's why I brought that back up, because there's definitely something that is for you that you may not be fully aware of right now. Some of y'all are the actual angel in disguise, people don't know. You may have been so sheltered, so hermited, so repressed, so oppressed that maybe the people around you really didn't get to experience you and who you are in totality. I think about that too. Like, well, I don't think about it too often, but it's a lot of people who knew me who did not know me. It's a lot of people who knew me who are now witnessing me in my fullness now. And it's like I'm a whole new person to them. And I'm like, actually, this is who I always was. I was always extroverted. I was always silly. I was also always a little weird, quote unquote. I always had these things, but I tried to fit in. I tried to fix my look up to where I looked like everybody. I shut up so I didn't make a fool of myself. I disconnected myself because I detached myself from certain conversations, disconnected from certain conversations because I just couldn't meet where they were. So it was just better for me to just, hide in the shadows instead of be the sun, the Leo that I am. You know what I mean? And so what parts of you are you hiding? And it's not about you just boasting either. But show the fuck up and fill the room. Fill the room. All right, let's get back to it. And that's what this divine union is about as well. How can you come into union with self? What is your relationship like with self? What versions of selves, what version of self is coming to the surface right now? Like, hey, is it your inner child? Is it your past self? Is it your future self? Is it your wounded father self? Whatever, what's coming up to the surface? Like, hey, like, I need a little attention, right? I need a little love here. I need a little order over here because we're going crazy over here. You know what I mean? So we have tomorrow. Okay, we know the full moon. The full moon is tomorrow, but let's see what this tomorrow energy is about. What we got? We have delayed, not denied. Delayed, not denied. So there could be something with this ovulation energy, like I said, that actually comes into fruition from some past seeds that you've planted. But there also may be some delay in plans. I did channel this as well for the collective. There may have been some things that you're planning on doing, your ego's doing, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And your body's like, my mind's telling me no. Or your body's telling you no, bitch. And your mind's like, yes, we're gonna do it. And your body's like, I don't have the energy. I am tired, or I need to do this instead. And, allow yourself to be flexible at this time as well. But we have delayed, not denied, okay? Delayed, not denied. Tomorrow, delayed, not denied. We have set firm boundaries. Delayed, not denied. Set firm boundaries. Confirmation of what I was just talking about for the message of the day. When I said, what is it that is not in harmony? What is it that is delaying you, right, from coming into union, from evolving, from transcending here? So these boundaries, some of y'all may feel like, bruh, like it's just too much, or, why do I have to walk the straight and narrow path? Like, why do I have to do these things? Again, it is for you to align with that of which is divinely orchestrated. We have black magic in reverse here as well. So there could have been some delays because of some curses, some hexes, some spells, whatever the hells that maybe you put on yourself, your ancestors put on y'all, somebody put on your ancestors, somebody put on y'all. Okay, so like I said, this would be a good time to do releasing, banishing rituals. Work with your black candles, your lavender candles, your black and your purples, okay? Your black and your purples. Your amethyst as well. We have blast from the past. This is not a test. Blast from the past is not a test. So this could go either way. This could be some energy that's coming back up. Like I said, I'm seeing puke. I'm seeing a baby spit up. So this may be some energy that's coming back up, and the spirit's like, this is serious. This is real life. You know what I mean? And some of y'all may be like, oh my gosh, no way, because I was delayed for so long. But there could also be some energy that comes up, right? That, like I said, this past energy, what needs to be addressed so you can close it out. But this blast from the past, this is for you. You may want to blast back to the past, right? Do past life regression, head ass. I'm a past life regression. I'm a weekly service y'all to death. The 15% off past life regression. Some of us may need to blast to the past and get to the root of things, right? Reflect on where we came from, how far we've come, and focus on our desired outcome. Focus on our desired outcome. So don't get so wrapped up in what was. Don't get so wrapped up in what was. We have funeral because it is done here. We have funeral, we have ending, celebration of life. Okay, we have 7 of us in here now. We have 12 of us. Tomorrow is the 12th. So yeah, this funeral ending energy, like I said, it's time for us to embrace that of which is being ushered out of our life. And I'm seeing somebody like try to close the casket, and the person does not want them to close the casket, right? So this could be a past version of yourself where you're just like, I don't want to let this go, or just something that you love to do. Yeah, we got 934. That's my unit number when I was in the Navy, right? So that very militant energy, a lot of us are being called to cultivate that, to be that sergeant, to be that that soldier, to be that black sheep. We have the death, but we have the rebirth. This is so freaking beautiful. So combining this, pairing this, we're about to close out now. Combining this, pairing this with the full moon in Libra. It's like, don't be over here all sad because shit's gone. You over here on the left. Y'all know what movie that's from? I don't know why I just channeled that. But that was from The Wiz. I believe that was the Tin Man, and he was crying because he said he didn't have a heart or whatever it was. And so don't be over here. This is a celebrate, like Mr. Brown said, the celebration of life, right? Knowing that there is new life, let's look at the other side. Like, okay, I'm losing this, but I'm gaining this, okay? This hurt, but this heals, right? This feels negative, but this is the positive. So let me come back to the middle and embrace it all. I'm allowing myself to feel, I'm allowing myself to grieve, but I'm going to also focus on my desired outcome too, because I know that I am rising like the phoenix. I know that I am about to break out of this cocoon with that 934, that imprisoner energy. Like I feel stuck here, and I know that I'm about to be able to fly. I just got to keep fighting. I got to keep pushing through. You know what I mean? I say y'all. I see y'all in the comments. I love you. All right, and we have Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius is all about expansion. Sagittarius is all about expansion. Expand. It's time for you to expand your comfort zone. It's time for you to really delve deeper. Delve deeper. Dig a little deeper. All right, with the Sagittarius, Sagittarius are very free spirits. Sagittarius do not like to be tied down. They don't. That's why they kind of like, Sagittarius are like awesome lovers. Like when they love, like their love is so like warm. But they'll take their time. They would definitely take their time because they just don't want to be tied down. They want their freedom. And that may be something that you're battling, like this freedom, but also this restrictive energy where it's like it's given like back to the military. You know, we would get leave, we would get time off and things like that, but we still had we signed that oath. You know, we still had that contract there. Like, okay, you can go ahead. You're not at work right now. You're not on the boat right now, right? You're not on base right now, but you still military property, right? We still could track that as you still are held responsible for all that you do. All right, I'm gonna get one more because I said I was done. And I just don't know why. We have don't worry about who's looking. Don't worry about who's looking. So, I don't know who need to hear that. Wait, what's at the bottom? We got self-love and peer pressure. Don't let them change your mind. So, again, choose what you need to do. You know what you need to do. The time is now. So, let's go ahead and get our declaration. And I'm going to get into the personals. New year, new money, let the call drop. I cut my bitch off when the ball drop. Cause I'm ain't hate. And I'm happy. Ain't real. And that's the thing. I was thinking about that too. Cause y'all know how I show up. This is my authentic expression. If I ain't with the shits, y'all know I ain't with the shits. But most time I'm in like my same vibe where I'm like super happy, laughy, bubbly. Yeah. Like this is me. Well, a version of me. Cause I do have another side. But when it comes to me showing up in this bubbly energy, I don't have to force that. I don't force my laughs. I don't force my happy. You know what I mean? And some of y'all have that same energy. And like it's taking me back to people accepting who you are or what you're radiating. It's reflecting back to them a part of themselves that they don't want to see. Some people really wish they could just be as happy and vibrant as you are, you know, and you could be going through the darkest phase. There are so many times where I was in a very dark season. I'm struggling in the background, bitch, but I had to still show up with the energy, with the vibes, right? Because I knew all was well at the end of the day. And so some of y'all the way you just carry your struggle, it's like, bitch, is it heavy? And you know, but for them, it's like they over here like SpongeBob and Patrick delivering a pizza. They got dark eyes, they drained, they look stressed, they depressed, they just can't carry it like you. And some people really envy that because they just wish that they could embody your strength. They wish that they could fortify themselves and push through and still show up and genuinely feel that joy. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get the declaration and go about our day. All right, so we have... Wow. So this is card number 13. The 13th is on Sunday. That's the first day of the week. And it reads, and that 13 adds up to 4, which is like unexpected changes. Let's go ahead and shift, right? We're closing out that full moon energy, but let me not get ahead of myself. It reads total disruption. Tears will be shed. Are you ready to accept change? Are you ready to accept change? If you're ready to accept change, I invite y'all to leave in the comments, I am ready to accept change. Because ready or not, here it comes. Oh, you can't hide. Let go or be dragged. Ooh, wait! Are you going to let go or are you going to be dragged? What are you struggling to hold on to? Come on, close the fucking casket, bitch. Ding dong, that old situation is dead. Funeral, celebration of life. Shift happens. Shit happens, bitch. There is a radical change happening within and around you. Allow yourself to cleanse. Let it rain, clear it out. I'm sickening. Allow yourself to cleanse the energy of the past and forge ahead. A new beginning starts now. Fear of change and fear of death are two huge fears of those who walked before. Your ancestors are calling on you to release fear and rise as yourself. With all the lessons learned with all of the lessons from the past in your heart. Stop living in the past, hanging on to once was. You are the reason your life is stale. Let go. Oh my gosh. And the tarot corresponding card is the death. Did we not have this in? Come on. This is a beautiful closeout, okay? So the declaration that I invite you all to leave again is the one that is on the page says, I am completely open to the sacred magic of change. I am completely open to the sacred magic of change. I am completely open to the sacred magic of change. Not go DJ, bitch. Go DJ. Go Duüblé Jones. Hold on, I said I was ready, but wait. I know we said the green light, but wait. Because that's my DJ. Go DJ. So that concludes the daily energy tarot tea time, you and me time. I'm about to get into these personals real quick. Fresh. Damn, we got a few of y'all. Okay, come on, let's go, bitch. Starting with Savannah. Relationship. Savannah. Go DJ. Hold on, let me change it. You said I look 20 for real. Oh, thank you. I look 20. Maybe because it's the hair wrap. Because honestly, I feel like I look a little more mature with my hair. I feel like I'm giving about 30 with my hair. My little fro. But thank you. I'll take it now. Okay, what we got for baby boo with this relationship? Savannah. Ashe, y'all. Thank y'all for leaving y'all comments and your engagement. All right. Savannah, what Savannah got? Okay, Savannah. I'm getting some, was it some significant, did you go through something significant or maybe traumatic around the ages like 12, 13, 14? But even if it wasn't traumatic, I'm just picking up on like your early teen years. There may be something that you need to go back to that is affecting you right now or playing out in your life right now that started there. What's up with Savannah? The past. I told you. Your past and those associated with you will continue to impact your life until you close and cut out old relationships and soul ties. You said, yeah, it did. Yeah. Past life regression. Book your session. Savannah, if you need assistance, I'm here. But you could do it yourself though. But if you, sometimes we need that push, that not even that push, because bitch, the push sounds scary. Sometimes we need a hand to hold. We have forehead kiss here. The person that sincerely cares for you will always stand by your side and cherish you with their entire being. So there may be like some abandonment. I'm picking up on abandonment here. And it's honestly, it feels like you're attracting energy that is literally the opposite of what you want. And it feels unhealthy, but it's your normal. Like chaos is your normal. Like, you're used to the toxicity, I'll say. You're used to the unhealthy. It's given like, oh, he only hit me upside my head because he loved me type energy. Not saying that's your case, but that's what it feels like. Like you're so used to abuse, neglect, the arguing or the abandonment, whatever, and it's just like that's a safe space even though you're very uncomfortable and you hate it there. You're used to it. We have just me and you. This is your chance to assert and express your feelings without hesitation. It's okay to be vulnerable to your partner. So you could definitely be healing. There could be some karmic relationships that you're experiencing right now where it feels very familiar. It feels like you've been here before because the energy may be really coming back. Yeah, and I'm seeing 653, which was my childhood. You said that is your case, unfortunately. I pray you're healing. We got this. But I'm thinking of 653 is my childhood apartment number, and with the past, there could be like some childhood, like maybe your first lover type energy or the person you lost your virginity to, because we do have flex time to have sex. So this could have been like, I'm not sure, you know, I don't know when you lost your virginity. It's not my business. I'm not asking you to share that, but this could be some like soul tie that was created at a very young age, maybe in this life, or maybe it was from past life energy, honestly, with this past. And so it came back up like your early youth. And now it's coming back up again for you to heal or close up. I do feel like it's a tough decision coming up very soon for you, though. We have money matters. You have money matters. Okay. There may be some arguments or some financial some situations, some conversations that are had about finances or something like that. But it feels like you need to focus on your money, focus on your bag, focus on your healing, so you can set yourself up. Yeah, you need to set yourself up for success. It's like you want to be independent, but you're not really like in that energy yet. I don't know if you live with somebody or you're very dependent. It could be financially or something like that. It don't feel like you ask for a lot, but you are not, it doesn't feel like you're in a space where you can really like hold your own and feel confident in yourself to like sustain it. So I definitely would recommend that you definitely need to do some again, like restoring. Damn, bitch. We have Ogun here. So Ogun, so you do have a lot of masculine energy protecting you in the spiritual realm. You may go for like goon, like hood figures, goons and goblins type masculine energy, because it's like you just really crave to be protected. We have the salts, but we have happiness here. Like I said, you're used to the salts and the bitters, even though you really crave this happiness here. So honestly, it's time for you to be honest. And it's like, if you don't like the way the person is treating you, you don't have to be there. And I'm not encouraging you to leave, but I am encouraging you to really reflect on what you want. If you don't want a broke person, then go get with somebody who has money. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is that you want, if you are settling for that, you can't be mad at the person. If you're not communicating your needs, you can't be mad at the person. Okay, but we have an unexpected gift here. Okay, so there is an opportunity. We have prioritized health. You need to do what's best for you, baby boo. Do what's best for you. It feels a little hard knowing to remove yourself. I told you a difficult decision is coming. No accountability. They will never see themselves. You may be just really feeling conflicted because you may be trying to show somebody themselves, but that's for you to see, baby. That's for you to see, not for you to try to change and nobody else. So honestly, you asked for a relationship, and it's time for you to really reflect on the relationship that you have with yourself, what you're settling for, and what you really want. Where you at, Roy? Where you're at right now, and the relationships that you have right now, are they adding value, or are they just comfortable? Okay, so that's what I got for you, babe. And we're now going to move on to the next lovely. All right, so yeah, we have congrats, you passed the test in reverse. So there's definitely some testing kind of energy that's about to come up. So next up is Nino for a general. Nino, are you still here, babe? Of course, Saved by Angel. God sent me an angel from the heavens above. Send me an angel to heal my broken heart from being in love. 'Cause all I do is cry. God sent me an angel to wipe the tears from my eyes. All right, Nino, where you at? Of course, baby boo. Yes, let's get the lights up if you vibing with the tribing. Nino, you here? Okay, great. So this is your general. Let's see what you need to know right now. We're starting. Okay, we got the Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. I like what I see so far. So you definitely close up some kind of cycle when it comes to healing or just resting. You may have been like prioritizing your health, prioritizing your rest. And you're about to rise with this Six of Wands here. I do feel like your energy is definitely going to be restored. There could be some recognition, a lot of like eyes or energy that's being sent your way. It does feel a little overwhelming. Have you been spending time by yourself? It feels very like, somebody who suffers from anxiety, like social anxiety, like they're in the mall or they're out and it's just like overstimulated and it's just like too much. Feels like too much. So you might definitely want to have your like tiger's eye, your hematite crystals on you to help just like, you know, shield your energy so you don't feel everybody else's stuff. Yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles upright, the Page of Swords in reverse. You're definitely coming out of some financial space. You definitely close out some financial and emotional or mental. You're closing out a financial and a mental cycle here. A mental cycle, something that you were constantly just trying to process, understand. It's closing out for you. There's going to be some unexpected shifts here when it comes to your finances, and that's going to shift the way you view maybe yourself, your potential, what's possible for you. You said lots and been a hermit. You've been a hermit a lot. Okay, we got the Six of Cups upright, and lastly, we got the Empress. Okay, so this could be some divine feminine energy that comes through and loves on you. Are you in a relationship? Even if you're not in a relationship, this could be divine feminine from the spiritual realm. This could be like feminine friends from the past, or you're just connecting more with like your creativity here, or just even like showing up for yourself, you know, whatever that self-love looks like for you. Whatever that self-love looks like for you, if it's just, you know, going to do something nice, going out in nature, going to get a groomed, or I don't know what self-love looks like for you, but I definitely see you leaning more into the space of allowing yourself to receive. And energy does want to show up and love on you. We do have Ascension, Don't Ever Wonder by Maxwell playing in the background. So that is definitely symbolizing that you have leveled up, like I said, and something that you have been working on in the shadows is definitely coming to light with this Six of Wands, okay? Somebody may catch your eye, or you may catch somebody else's eye. You said, no, you're not in a relationship. And so this will be a good time for you to reflect on your past when it comes to maybe your relationship with women. It could have started with your mother or your grandmother or something like that. But reflecting on your relationship with women, the divine feminine itself, within and without. Like, do you allow yourself to express and connect with your femininity internally, and how do you connect with the divine feminine externally? But I do see a lot of divine support here too. So I say call forth your divine feminine ancestors if you do have any grandmothers, mothers, aunts that you do know that have transitioned. If you could call in their energy to assist you with nurturing or bringing awareness to maybe some blockages that you may have that are blocking you from receiving or staying in a certain place, I definitely call in my support and start opening your heart to receive, because it is a lot of energy that's here for you to help you usher you out of this lack space. Okay, so that's what I got for you, Billy. And you can also benefit from a money flow, clearing, guided meditation, and or clearing, or even the healing the past, because this is a healing the past or past energy returning. Okay. Yeah, because there could have been some past energy that came up that now you're just like, nope, I'm good. I'm good. Like, this past has you like in a place where you're overprotective of your energy to the point where you don't even allow yourself to receive. Okay. So that's what I got for you, baby boo. Next up, I believe, is Jasmine. We moving along. We got Jasmine. Jasmine General. Of course, babe. Is this your first time with us? Billy, what Jasmine need to know? Okay, this deck right here wants you. Welcome in, Nalicia. I like that name. I like the highs and lows. Nalicia. I think it's Delicia. Delicia. I like how it floats off the tongue. Abracadabra. Hey. You here? Okay. Oh, no. I thought this was Jasmine Lindsay. Oh, it was you, babe? Oh, no, this you. Hey, baby boo. What you been doing, Jasmine? Jasmine. I keep dropping stuff. What's up with Jasmine? We got Pisces. Okay. Okay, what's this? We got expanding family in reverse. So there could be some kind of close up when it comes to a relationship here. With this Pisces energy, it's kind of, I've been talking about the Pisces, the 7 energy. Maybe you've been seeing a lot of 7s. But with the expanding family in reverse, there could be some energy that comes through that like turns you off or turns somebody off or turns somebody around here. But with this Pisces, it's come to its fullness. There was... it was maybe like some spiritual contracts, some spiritual things that need to be wrapped up here. We have Virgo in reverse. We have Virgo in reverse. So this could have to do with the Virgo Pisces energy. Or maybe even a family member or cousin. It could be like family, because we do have expanding family. So it could have to do with like family members or like a loved one. Take it as it resonates. Yeah, we have settling down. Okay, so like it's interesting because one door is open with it being upright and the other one's closed here. So settling down. Are you like trying to figure out what you're going to do with your love life? Like, what is that like? Like, because it feels like it's around love. Honestly, it feels like it's around relationships where you're like trying to. It's because I'm seeing a scale where it's like weigh the pros and cons. Like, Because something is getting old. Something is getting old. And it's just like with this Virgo and this Virgo in reverse, it's like you know where something's headed and you know what you want to do. But you say, yes, love life is weird. Yeah, I feel it. But with the settling down, like I said, think ahead. Think ahead. Let me see. We have yes in reverse. Damn. Yes in reverse. We have high ranking in reverse. Settling down. So honestly, both may be getting dropped, or three of them. I don't know. Whoever this is, somebody may be getting dropped, because you may just find like, you know what? I don't want no parts at all. Like, I'm kind of good on all of it. That's what I'm kind of feeling like. And even if it's not, I'm not good on all of it. It's like you good on something. With this yes and this yes exclamation point, it's like yes is in reverse. So that's like the complete opposite. Like, no. You said yes, both are dropped as of today. I felt it. I felt it. Jasmine said, I'm the fuck good on y'all. So honestly, give me one. Not you make me better playing in the background, bitch. Not the Neo with the full girlfriends, bitch. I seen a interview, and somebody had in the comments, because they asked like Neo, was his girlfriends able to have date other men, and he was like, no. And somebody talking about Neo said, I am the only one who could date men in this relationship. Give me a last word of advice for Jasmine, like, so I can wrap this up. Not you being tapped out, bitch. And we got release. We got tapped out and we got release. A relationship has left you depleted. You may be feeling distracted and worried. It's important to focus on taking care of yourself and healing. Okay? Release. Let things happen naturally. Don't try to control everything. Avoid stress. Trust that things will work out, and get guidance from a higher power. So honestly, I do feel like honestly, Jasmine, it feels like you're about to go on like a deep soul journey where you're really about to ask yourself some deep ass questions that's going to make you uncomfortable and make you make some decisions that maybe you've been trying to just look him head ass. It does feel like it's a lifestyle change. Or just a deep life reflection, like I said, that's going to really make you look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Like, what is it that I really want? Why do I want these things? When did I start wanting these things? And just really doing some deep soul work so you can align with that of which is, that really resonates with your heart and your core. Because it does feel like you've built these wants, whatever they are, around whatever they are, based off of lack in the past, based off of fears, based off of like just undesirable experiences. But if the experiences were more desirable, you wouldn't have went down this certain path. But since you experienced that, you was like, no, I'm gonna go completely against the grain. I'm gonna just walk this way. And now you walk that way and you're seeing like, I'm not fulfilled here. Like, so it does feel like you're about to be time traveling. There's going to be some past information, past energy that comes back, that resurfaces for you. Okay. So you too could benefit. I keep telling y'all, and this past life regression, when it comes to the spiritual services that I put on sale each week, that's for collective energy. It's in alignment with what's best for the collective. Every time I do a sale each week, I rotate through each of my services, but my intentions are to align with what collective needs this week. What does collective need this week? That is the intention I set, and then I let my spirit be guided to that specific service. And I've been referencing the past life regression to, it feels like, everybody that I've been doing personal readings for. And it's not to market my service, it is so you can take advantage, because that's the energy that I'm picking up on, and the cards are literally confirming that. Like, this past energy just keeps coming up for collective. So that's what I got for you, babe. Yeah. So check that out on the website. You said, I feel that energy heavy. Ashe, bitch. Let me see what Logas got going on, because he ain't coming and it's 10. I wonder if you want me to skip him again. Let me see. But I'm a force when we're together. Was it like a force? There could have been something that was forced. Like, I felt forced when we were together or something like that. Or forced. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was clingy or something. Was somebody clingy, Jasmine? Let me tap out of your energy. Okay, we done. Okay, we done. I'm back out. Hold on, let me call the guys. Baby, I'm good all by myself. But maybe you. Am I skipping you tonight?
Huh?
Am I skipping you tonight?
I'm done.
Ashe. We got 11:11 and it's 10:01, and I see April 11th. That's 11:11, and my battery is on 100%. So that's 1111. Wait, 1111. So yes, y'all. So that concludes our tarot tea time, as well as our that concludes me time, me and you time. We're now about to be transitioning over. Brother Logas about to come up and get the board ready for the spiritual lesson. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns for me personally, this is y'all time to drop it down below. But other than that, we about to go ahead and move on with the show. I invite y'all to leave down below a takeaway. What y'all took away? What did you take away from today, from this live, honey? Yes, we got Only When You're Lonely playing in the background. I am your man. But only when you're lonely. If I was to bounce, that's when you'd want me. You hit the marker from yourself? All the markers and you don't see one? Oh, man. Oh, here go one. Here we go. Y'all quiet. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. We could just sit here and look at each other. I'll get the music together. Well, I ain't looking at you, but you looking at me. You looking at me and like, guys, we. All right. Where is the music? Where is the radio at? Okay, here we go. Lonely. What the guys talking about, y'all? I think it's a good one. I think it's a good one. Miss Sheba said, you just be all in my energy. Thank you again. Of course. Ashe. Yeah, this lonely disease. I'm curious to see what he got to say. It's often that when we're in a lonely space or, just very uncomfortable that we really start to turn to vices that we know are really just fillers. Right? At nighttime, you don't have a drink, bitch. Don't let you not have a nice little drink. You feeling good. And you sitting there, what you doing text? You know what I mean? Like, only because you feel lonely in this present moment. It'll definitely bring in very like manipulative energy to where it will seem like it's so fulfilling and so satisfying and you done got your rocks off, and then once that's done, you're back in that same spot. It's like, damn. Right? But it is through your perseverance and your intentional work and you standing on boundaries that you set for yourself that you will force the energies around you to, take you seriously as you're taking yourself seriously. I remember when I was on my healing journey before I met Logas, I went through that where I was manifesting him, and when guys would come into my life, the vibe wasn't vibing, but I was lonely. I was like, well, he's just a little woe. You want to take me out to eat? Sure. You want to take me to the adventure park? Sure. But then I was like, what am I doing though? Like wasting my motherfucking time. Where my man at, bitch? Bye. And I would be like, thank you. Next. And then the guys came. So you keep on pushing through and stand on what you stand on. Because for surely it's worth the work and it's worth the wait. Okay? All right. All right, y'all. So peace and love. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace, family.
Let's see. got it.
I'll just sit up there.
Oh, you gonna sit in the front? Okay, cool.
Peace, family. Today's spiritual lesson is the lonely dis-ease. Lonely disease. There are many people from all cultures, all backgrounds, all perspectives and paradigms in this current Western society that believe that you can, do bad all by yourself, or that you can, find peace with just self, and just it's all about self is enough type of concept, or love dies, learn to love yourself, and everything's about self, right? Well, there's a problem with that idea, with that concept, one on a spiritual level, but even on a physiological level, biological level, right? We as human beings see people think that it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to, you gotta learn to love yourself, and if you can't love yourself and be alone, then how can you love someone else? That's actually an asinine concept. It's just a catchy phrase, a catchy idea that just caught on to amongst the populace, because for in order for people to cope, because it allows people to cope with being alone. It helps people to make an excuse for why they don't have a partner, or why they don't have a village or a community. But it's actually completely untrue. It's so untrue that when they do studies to find out which groups and communities live the longest, what they've come to find, not only the longest, but also the happiest, who live the longest, happiest, and healthiest lives, with the most energy and mobility into old age. It is the groups. They have found that no matter how much the diets change. In fact, there's even certain communities they found where the diets are terrible, where the working conditions are horrible. They work in the men, and even some of the women, they work in the coal mines. They eat a bunch of pork. They eat like they don't eat well. They don't really live in the most pristine conditions. Their lungs are exposed to all types of cancerous carcinogens. But no matter which group you go to in the world, the happiest and long living and most vibrant groups in the world all share one trait in particular, and that is they are a tight-knit community. And in that they're so tight-knit that there's rarely a time that anyone's ever alone. There's rarely a time anyone's ever alone. There is no such thing as me time, alone time. It's constantly community time. It's constantly you and somebody else type time. We have lost the ability to be around each other for very long. Whether it be your significant other, whether it be your friends, colleagues, family members, extended family, whatever. And there's multiple reasons, why that is, but we have lost that. Right. I personally though I've always been okay with, hey, if it's just me, it's just me. But I've always been, and it's funny because I've been, criticized here and there for it. But I've always been open to whoever wants to be in my space. You are welcome to be in my space, as long as it's not hindering me from doing what it is that I feel like I need to do, right? When it comes to women, whenever I'm, and especially whenever I'm in then it's just me, I'm in a relationship with any woman in particular, right? Or not even dealing with any woman in particular. Whenever a woman comes along and I'm attracted to her, she's attracted to me, and we share some commonalities, I don't mind immediately within the first couple of days or first times of us being together in any extended period of time, for her just being all up in my space now. Us sharing cohabitation. I don't mind their children being around. I don't mind, other colleagues and other being around. I don't mind people being around. Which might be the reason why I continue to grow. I'm always growing in a real way, in a very measurable way, in a very obvious way. Because I'm always opening the door, allowing for people to be around. And also for people to leave as well. But always allowing people to be around. Of all ages. You could say that maybe that's keeping me young, right? I didn't realize that's what necessarily it would do, but people, someone said the other day, talking about how, you need somebody else around, you need somebody in your life, you need somebody in order to find yourself, in order to know who you are. Yes. As human beings, we need the existence of other human beings in our life in order to know who we are, in order to find ourselves, in order to discover ourselves. We need that. Even monks who go off into the mountains, and it's just they're in solitude. They're not. They're with a community of monks, all supporting each other. Same thing when you think about nuns. They're in solitude. They're shunned away from the world. No, they're with a community of other nuns and priests. Not a whole lot of alone time, and that's what keeps them healthy. That's what keeps them purposeful. So a lot of people, especially a lot of spiritual people, and just a lot of people in general, if you want to truly achieve a life of happiness and purpose and longevity and good health, it's and self and understanding and enlightenment, it's going to require being very open with people. It's going to require having opening yourself to the idea of a community, of a village. I know we're all waiting for the village to show up, but we have to start within ourselves to be the village, to be a part of the village. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go call everybody, talk to everybody, because not everybody's ready to be bombarded, right? But what you can easily do is always keep the door open. Always keep the door open. Many people are not going to walk through that door, or many people are not going to walk through that door consistently. That's okay. there's enough people in the world that you can allow whoever walks through, allow them to walk through. And by doing that, you're going to learn more and more about yourself. You're going to understand more and more about yourself. And you are going to be able to love more and more about yourself. So that is today's spiritual lesson. I'm going to the Q&A. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Billy Nino said, oh, well, peace to everybody, though. Also, peace to all the YouTubers, the IGers, the OGs on IG, the Facebookers. We appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes, all the reposts, the reels, the stories, the, what are they called, the super chats, the cash apps, the Zelles, the Apple Pays, the love offerings. We appreciate all of that. And the views, right? Let's see, Corey says, lonely feeling means you haven't found Christ in your light body yet. I don't believe that. It doesn't matter how close you are with Christ. Being alone is still being alone. There are plenty of... Understand that Christianity does not exist everywhere in the world. It doesn't. And yet there are many cultures and many civilizations that have known nothing about your God or your religion and are incredibly happy and fulfilled. So religion or any particular spiritual practice is not the answer to happiness and purposeful living, right? It can be for certain people sometimes, but that's not the overall answer. It's people. It's people. Because even no matter what religion or spirituality or mission you connect to, it's always going to lead back to what? Helping people. Everybody always wants to help people. It's about people. What's funny is I meet so many, I don't want to say persons, I'm saying people too much. I mean, so many persons, so many human beings that when you ask them what do they want to do with their life, they want to do something where they want to help others, want to make a change and bring value to other people. And yet they all want to be alone and don't want to deal with people. It's interesting. Peace to Sheba Bay, peace to Graffiti. Side of Film says, true, each person we encounter can be lessons, messengers, tribe, etc. for us to know who we are, gives us opportunities to explore different emotions, mindsets, and more. Ashe to Side in Films. Peace to Maya Rain, to Slide E435. Yes, it's people. Give you a minute or two to decide if anything else you want to add to the conversation or anything, any questions, comments, or concerns. Peace to Graffiti. Got to witness some of the bars on his Instagram. Some good barrage being displayed. Ashe. Oh yeah, and I guess it is face to face. Is it face to face? I think it's face. Yeah, it's Friday, face to face Friday. If anybody wants to come up, I'll leave the door open for a minute or two. He says I would come up, but I don't know what to chat about. Ashe. Ashe. No need to force it. I see it's 10:22. I don't see anybody coming up, so we'll go ahead and say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. And we will see you tomorrow for the Saturday. Ashe.